up, you guys? Trick Shot Brother #1 here with
Nick.
And right now, as you can see, we got this setup, right? And we are introducing a new series to the Trick Shot Brothers called Sports Talk with Nick and Owen. And so pretty much every other week on Wednesday, we will have a video uploaded of different types of sports, whether that is basketball, baseball, soccer, football, you name it, we'll cover it.
Ping pong.
Yeah, ping pong.
Ping pong.
Today's sport is going to be the NBA. And oh my god. And the reason we picked the NBA is because there is a lot going down in this past week or so. And let's start it off with injuries. And this week, there's been injuries from DeMarcus Cousins, Kevin Love, all across, and they're all-stars. So these guys that haven't made the team are now making it because of injuries. And another one, John Wall. And so Andre Drummond was not supposed to be on the All-Star team. He was really close to being it. But when John Wall needed to have knee surgery, that's when Brick City. That's when LeBron drafted Andre Drummond. So Andre Drummond is now an All-Star. Injuries right now are being a huge problem. Kevin Love just broke his hand, so he's going to be out for 6 to 8 weeks, you guys.
I didn't know that.
That's crazy. So I'm going to hand it over to Nick, and he'll give you the dudes.
Well, going off injuries, Andre Drummond, he wanted to be on the All-Star team, and he was upset about it on Twitter and everything like that. And this injury has boosted him up to the spot on LeBron's team. And the chances of LeBron winning now are even higher than before. He was at like a 70% success rate. Now he's probably at an 80 because of Andre Drummond's draft.
Yep. And that's just approximately. We don't have an exact.
So yeah, I don't think Curry's gonna win this All-Star game due to these trades.
And the opinions are going to be very biased because Curry's going to say obviously he's going to win. LeBron's going to say he's winning. But from a fan's perspective,
I'm saying LeBron.
I'm going to say LeBron. But you never know who could come out on top. But yeah, just injuries have been a very bad thing this week, but it's given snubs an opportunity to get into the All-Star game, just like Andre Drummond and Paul George. So, yeah, so now moving away from injuries,
talking about the Pistons.
The Pistons, there's been a huge deal that just went down with the Pistons, and it's very interesting to see how this is all going to turn out. And the Pistons got Blake Griffin. Is the biggest name out of that trade. There's 2 other guys, but they got Blake Griffin, and it's going to be really interesting to see how they play. And Andre Drummond, I quote, is ready to build an empire with Blake Griffin, and it's a new chapter for them.
It's a new chapter for the Pistons.
Yeah, new chapter for the Pistons. They can have a playoff run. Blake Griffin has a new team. He's starting a new chapter in his career. He had really good seasons with the Clippers. Now it's time to move on. And I think it's going to be interesting to see how this duo is going to turn out.
The duo, in my opinion, I think is a great duo.
Very powerful players. And very talented.
Their drive game will be unstoppable.
Mm-hmm. In the paint, unstoppable.
Yeah. And not to mention, Blake Griffin is excited, and so is Drummond. Because Griffin says he is glad to wants him on the team. And I don't know what the Clippers were kind of doing with him, but apparently he wasn't wanted. And so now he's with a team that he's going to be comfortable with.
Mm-hmm. And it's just a new start. And today, right now, where we are, they had a new conference introducing the new players, and Blake Griffin said in the news conference he was not informed about this trade until everybody else figured out about this trade. So I think he was kind of surprised about it, maybe a little bit mad that his former team is
set him down and talk to
his
him.
team to start with traded him like that. But yeah, so
just to kind of go off of the new trade going down, the other 2 or 3 people that the Clippers got are kind of good. They're good players.
Mhm.
And I was talking to one of my friends today, and he is upset about the Griffin trade, and he's a Pistons fan. And I was like, "Why are you upset?" And he said that the 3 people that we lost in comparison to Griffin are not worth it. So I don't know. Some people have mixed opinions on this.
yeah, I
trade.
see where your friend's coming from, because Tobias Harris was really good this season until he got traded to the Clippers, obviously, and he was really performing well for the Pistons. And I think it's kind of heartbreaking to get rid of him because he was so good. And Avery Bradley, he was all right this season, but Tobias Harris was really good. And the Boban Marjanovic or whatever his name is.
Whatever. Or something.
He was one of the Detroit Pistons' better backup players, and he was a backup center, and he was the one that got traded. But
Because then it
yeah,
kind of weakens their depth and everything else.
it
With
just
the Pistons.
weakens the team. But
Blake Griffin is also very strong.
mhm.
And
So it's pretty
in
much
the
an
lineup.
input-output situation where they give those players to them, and we get those players out.
And it's good to put the Pistons kind of on the map,
Mm-hmm.
I guess. And it can kind of show you that one trade can kind of blow up, and it can cause controversy, or it can cause attention to your team,
Yeah.
which can make free agents or anything like that looking for the Pistons. And
Yeah.
I feel like that's kind of what
And
they were going for.
It's good to have those 2 players, veterans, that know what they're doing, and just kind of build around them. And that's really what you got to do to have success nowadays. So that's it with the Pistons. Kyrie Irving is going to miss today's game, which is Wednesday. He's going to be out against the games against the Knicks. So now with Kyrie out,
That's
it's
probably.
mhm. But this game really doesn't really matter. But I'm just saying, because Kyrie's out, he's been the leader of that team. Maybe
See how
Chris
they perform.
Stopps and Enes Kanter will really step up and have this opportunity to beat them.
And we can see how their team is with an injured All-Star.
Yeah,
and
how they perform
yeah.
without their
Because,
star player.
and I feel like that can affect a team, and it can affect the standings.
Yeah, it could affect, if they're out for a while, it could affect the team major.
And
but,
if they can cope with this injury or wherever he's out,
Mhm.
then they'll be a really.
It's good for the Celtics because he's only out for this game. We don't know about the next games, but we know he's going to be out for this game, and it's due to a right quad contusion. So that he suffered that injury during Monday's game in Denver, which they did win. So it's going to be interesting to see how this game plays out tonight. And yeah, so that's pretty much it for this episode. You have anything else to say?
Not really. If you enjoyed this, leave a like and post in the comments who you think the All-Star game is going to win. In my opinion, it's going to be LeBron.
Yep, me too. I'm all the way with LeBron. Even though Curry's really good, I got LeBron.
I just think LeBron and his team is an all-around better team.
Yeah, so yeah, if you're new here, subscribe and comment down below also if you want to see more videos like this, because we will bang them out for you. And yeah, so that's pretty much it. We will see you guys next time. See ya!